You make better decisions when you're doing it from a place of rest and space and clarity emotionally and mentally. And so it helps with not spiraling.
Hey, friends. Welcome back to the Sisterhood Tea Party Podcast, where we talk growth, real life, and the chaos in between. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Jessica. And today's topic is one I know a lot of us can relate to, which is overthinking. We're calling this the Overthinker's Guide to Peace because whether it's spiraling over career moves, relationships, the world, how to respond to a text, it can feel like our brains just won't quit.
The good news is peace is possible. Today, we're swapping stories, strategies, and maybe a few embarrassing spirals of our own. But first, let's catch up with what's top of mind for us this week. Jess?
Okay, so we like to beat a dead horse around here, and I have to talk about the summer I turned pretty. It's only been a week since the finale that we're recording this, but okay, spoiler alerts if you haven't finished. I don't know, skip 10 minutes. No, it won't be 10 minutes.
10 minutes is crazy.
Skip a couple minutes ahead. Okay, I know you don't mind if I spoil, so I'm going to talk about it. This show, first of all, has given me so much whiplash for who I'm team. Okay, season 1, I was team Conrad. Season 2, I was team Jeremiah. Season 3, I was team nobody at the beginning. And then somehow came back around to Conrad. I was like, all right. I see the vision. It is what it is. But the final episode was so spicy. And I know because I made a video about it, and Corey, who's your friend, commented on it and said that she recently showed you the song Dress by Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
So that
Clutching my pearls.
That's what she said. You were clutching your pearls. I was dying. That is the song that played in the last scene. The buildup of 3 seasons of these people getting together, to the kiss, to that scene starting, to the cab, to the stairwell, naughty things happening, to the bedroom, and the best part. And I literally, I texted my sister, I said, this might go down in history is the best line in TV history, okay? Because you're already like, holy crap, like you're in it with them. And the beat drops, so when Taylor says, say my name and everything just stops, and then the music stops for a second, the man said, they're mid, like in bed together. He said, I dream of this, you. And then the beat drops and the song continues. I was screaming. I was like, this man did not just say this. My sister was like, that's like something out of a book. And I'm like, this is why as book talk girlies, we all read, is because of lines like that. It was crazy. And I just, every single time I come across a TikTok now of somebody watching it and that line is about to come on, I'm sat. I'm not scrolling. I'm watching. I'm reliving it. Amazing.
Yeah, I feared that I would fold like a lawn chair.
No,
for sure.
literally. I was like, who says that? That's insane. It was so good.
That's so wild. I love
my
that.
escape from reality. It was so good. Like, 10 out of 10.
I know you spoiled it and it's fine. I probably, like I said, I may watch it at some point. Who knows? But where would I watch this?
It's on Amazon Prime. Yeah, and they just announced a movie too. So they finished the final season, and now they're going to come out with a movie. I don't know what they're going to do on the movie. And don't get me wrong, the show has a lot of flaws. A lot of like, how does that work out? A lot of like, there's no way in reality this would all happen. But like, I'm going to eat it up, and it's fine.
I do love a good show like that just like kind of keeps you on your toes a little bit. So I'm here for it. Okay, I'll consider it. I'll add it to the list.
Add it to the list. It's just a fun little show that's like will make you angry and then give you everything you've been wanting. It's great. What is top of mind for you?
So I'm going to a bachelorette trip. I'm so excited.
Okay,
yes.
Where are you guys going?
Yeah. We're going to Austin. So I have not been able to celebrate any of my friends in a very long time like this. So I'm very excited to be part of it. It's funny because I think about these trips and they're so much fun. And in past ones I've been to, it's been like lots happening, but I feel like this is such a chill trip. It's just a close group of us getting together, doing some fun things. We've got brunch, we've got mini golf, and the best part of all is that she has a theme night, and I can spoil it now because by the time this drops, it'll be already done and gone. But we're doing a nanny fine night. Have you seen The Nanny?
Like, I feel like I've heard, like, this is an old movie, but, like, I don't think so.
Movie?
I know.
It is a literal TV show.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't seen that. I feel like maybe I was thinking of, like, Mrs. Doubtfire or something.
Not related at all in any
Wasn't she,
capacity.
like,
Um,
she's a nanny, right? Isn't she a nanny?
Yes, yes. Okay. So the nanny, she comes in and she is in this rich family, and you've got Mr.
Oh,
Sheffield, you've got 3 kids, you've got the butler, you've got all the things. And so anyway,
oh,
I need you to go watch it. I think it's on, ooh, is it on Peacock? Is it on Paramount? It's on one of those. I'll have to double check. I need you to go watch
okay.
it. It's a great show. Anyway, so we're doing a theme night. And if you honestly, you don't even have to watch it if you don't want to. You can just look up Fran Fine outfits, Fran Fine fashion, and that's the vibe that we're going for. So if you want to look it up now, you can.
Yeah, searching,
So
searching.
yes, it's so good. But anyway, so that's while
Franchise.
you're looking, that's the vibe. We're dressing up in like our best outfits. We're taking a night out on the town. I have 4 outfit options for this.
Wait,
I
so
only
this
need
is like
one, but
this is a 90s show? Like an old
yeah,
show?
yeah,
Oh, okay, I'm loving the fashion looks. I cannot wait to see what you
it's
wear.
it's so good. I'm gonna go ahead and just spoil the one that's like my top contender. It is okay. I don't know if you can look up her pink outfits.
Mm.
She's wearing an undershirt, a black undershirt, and then she's got a full pink sparkly outfit and then just
Yes.
the leggings. So I found a leather pink. It's very similar to the pink it's in there. I couldn't find the sparkle ones. So I think I'm gonna wear that one. The other one is where she's wearing a fitted black dress and she has a heart purse, and it's a red
Mhm.
heart purse. Oh, I feel like I have it somewhere. Oh, I wish it was closer. I was gonna go grab it, but I have all the options. And then I have another one where she has like this gold chain belt and it's like all black. I kept it very simple because I was not trying to get stressed out and utilize the things I already had in my closet. So that was the
Yeah.
plan. Pictures will come later. But yeah, I'm
Oh,
excited. It's gonna be a good time.
the like incredible. One, I love a theme. I don't even know
Oh,
the show, but just looking at the fashion, that is fantastic. I cannot wait to see which one you decide to wear and what everyone else wears, and that is so fun.
I'm excited to see everybody else's outfits, and I know they're gonna be so good. We have a group chat going right now, and everyone's been covering a little bit of their outfits, but I feel like we're trying to keep them a secret right now, so I'm like, "I totally get it."
Mm.
So, but yeah, I'm excited to see the big reveal when everyone comes out and
Yay!
we just hit the night out on the town.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
Girls. Oh, so fun. So fun. Okay, now that we've caught up, let's dive into today's combo because honestly, if you're a woman in your 30s, you probably know the art of spiraling way too well.
Yeah, overthinking comes from wanting certainty. So if I play this combo 10 times in my head, maybe I'll figure out what they really mean. I think about when I was dating some mediocre men and I'm seeing a text message come through and I'm just like, wait, what did they mean? Maybe if I word it like this or word it like that, or is that what they actually meant? And all the time I'm like, they could not communicate what they wanted. Or if I'm analyzing my career moves, maybe I'll make the
Mm,
right choice. Same thing in that aspect where I've gone through different career changes over the last few years and really pivoting and deciding, is this the path that I want to take that's going to get me to where I want to be? And I'm like writing everything down and I've got these charts. And if I choose this path, what's the growth trajectory for that? And if I decide to do this, it could get me there faster, whatever it is. So it's a lot and it can get really overwhelming, but sometimes that's the right choice, but who knows?
yeah, there's no guarantee. And I feel like when you're in those kind of spiral moments, you end up looking for clarity and instead you end up just exhausted. And the spiraling about text messages is so real. Sometimes when I'm in these kind of spirals, I'll be like, okay, should I even respond? Should I just ignore it? How should I word what I'm trying to convey in the situation? And then next thing you know, you've wasted 20 minutes on something so small, or even not even sometimes it's like 20 minutes of typing it out, but the whole day's gone, right? Like the whole day's gone, and you've thought about what should I say? Should I respond? How should I say it? And it's so exhausting.
It's too much. If I find myself writing in my notes app and trying to type something out, delete it, type it again, I'm just like, what is going on? It should not be that serious. And going back to the work stuff too, I've overanalyzed messages that I've sent to coworkers or to my boss or something, and I'm like, "Okay." I go back and forth and I'm editing the way that I say things so it doesn't come off the wrong way, and I don't wanna perceive that I don't know what I'm talking about or whatever it is, and I don't know what it's called, but I've seen these corporate accounts that tell
Oh,
you
yeah.
words that you shouldn't use to convey confidence and all this stuff, and the word "just" is one of those. So, "Just wanna check
Mm,
in," or "Just wanted to say this."
mhm.
I started removing that out of my vocabulary, and I gotta come through as, like, "I'm here," you know what I mean? So, but
100%.
I'll go back and forth and 5 different times being like, "Do I wanna add the just? Do I not wanna add the just?" So, yeah.
Girl, okay, this is so I'm gonna expose my work for a second. I had to send an email, like, a couple weeks ago that was going up to a very, very senior executive. It was coming from me, but, a bunch of people CC'd. I kid you not that we had to have literally 20 people review it, give feedback, and make changes to it. Do you know how exhausted I at that point, I wasn't even overthinking it myself because I'm like, "Y'all can overthink this. I am over it. I just want this damn email out." And literally all the person responded with was, "Approved." One word, "approved."
Uh, I would have lost my
But the thing
mind
is,
because what do
that's
you
what
mean?
I mean, we knew that was what was gonna happen. We had back channeled. We like the email, the how it was written didn't actually matter, but all the people wanted to weigh in. And so I was so exhausted. And that's what overanalyzing does. It exhausts you and everyone else you're working with. And then I think like, outside of that point, all the other times you're like over analyzing all the little messages and whatnot, it turns into like this guilt spiral almost, right? Where you're like, I mean,
Mhm.
even after I sent that, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like I was like checking, make sure what did I have any typo? Did I say something wrong? Like when it comes to communicating with outside of work, you're like, oh, did I show up enough for that friend? If you were trying to figure out how to respond back to them. And it doesn't matter what the situation is. Either way, overthinking always feels like this mix of I'm trying to be perfect. And it comes out as lack of trust in yourself about like, you got this. It's not that serious, This isn't life or death here. You're just responding. But you feel like you're trying to be perfect constantly and it builds up that anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. And so once we know why we do it, once we've like kind of broken all of that down, how do we actually calm it down?
Yeah. So one of my go-to strategies is to let them, Mel Robbins. We love, yeah, she's over here. You can see that. I find that most of the time when I start going through these spirals, it's because I'm trying to please everyone rather than just trying to give myself what I need, or trust in myself, right? And so when I lean in on what is my truth, what do I need, and just let everyone else get upset if it's not what they want or need, I stop spiraling because the reality is most of the time they're not actually going to get upset. Most of the time it's not that serious as you're making it out to be. And so if I just focus on what do I need in this moment, what do I need to respond to, or how do I need to show up, it helps a lot for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. And for me, I need to get outside. I gotta take a walk. I need to get some fresh air, touch some grass, if you will. But I feel like I am way better off when I do go outside and go for a walk than before. In those moments, I really try and focus on what's around me. So I may people watch, entertain myself, or I'm gonna listen to music, listen to a podcast, listen to something that's a little bit more encouraging. Really helps me kind of level set and get back to me, but I will do my very, very best not to spiral or overthink every possible situation when it comes to whatever the heck's going on. So if there's a problem that needs solved and there's all these different answers, I try to avoid spiraling and thinking about, well, this could be the answer or it could be this one. I really try to take a step back and focus on me and focus on my breathing and focus on being in that moment.
Yeah. And honestly, sometimes it's giving yourself that permission to not have all the answers. I can't decide between several choices or two choices. I try to sleep on it because if I'm spiraling, then I'm going to make panic decisions and not actual decisions from a place. You make better decisions when you're doing it from a place of rest and space and clarity emotionally and mentally. And so it helps with not spiraling. And so trying to just like, I like the idea of going on a walk like you did or meditating or in some way trying to stay grounded.
And speaking of grounding, as I mentioned before, moving your body is one of the quickest ways to stop an overthinking spiral. And one way to do that is to have clothing that fits you well and that's comfortable. And the Tona activewear sets are a great option.
Yes, these leggings are game changers. They're designed by one of Lululemon's original designers. They have four-way stretch, moisture wicking, and they are designed to stay put no matter what you're doing.
Truly, the reviews say that they feel like a push up bra for your butt. And they also say they don't roll down mid workout, which is a big deal to me.
And the best part is we've got 16% off for all of you, which is the highest discount that Tona offers anywhere. So use Spill the Tea at checkout. That's Spill the Tea. It's all one word, and you'll get that 16% off.
We do get a small commission if you shop with our link. So you're not just getting the best leggings, you're supporting the pod too.
And when you buy, let us know if they're as great as they sound because we also love to hear what you think.
Okay. So moving your body helps, but let's talk about those moments where you just can't go for a walk.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do something to interrupt the loop. So, literally saying out loud, stop and switch what I'm doing. If I'm really, really spiraling, also, I think I've talked about this on the pod before. I'll go grab ice cubes and put them in my hands. That's something that my therapist taught me a long
Yes.
time ago when my anxiety is crazy over the top and it shocks your system so that it stops that loop that you're spiraling in.
Well, I do remember you mentioning that. I need to do that.
I'm like, I
I
might
have
need to
those
do
like
that tomorrow.
Yeah, I have those I have that ice roller, but I'm like, I feel like low key that might help too. Put it on my face and breathe and
Mm.
get through that. But for me, I mentioned earlier, I'll step outside, I'll switch up the room, and it's a little bit harder in an apartment. But if I'm sitting at my desk and there's a lot happening at once, I'll be like, you know what? Let me push back, go walk around my apartment real quick, or step out onto the balcony and breathe for a second, or I'll even do something else. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing too much right now. I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm not productive right now. And I think that's what happens when I get overwhelmed and I'm overthinking. I'm not productive at all. So I'll get up,
Mhm.
I'll do, I don't know, I'll do laundry, or if I have dishes, I'll do some dishes, something to break up what's going on. And then I try and return. And hopefully that usually like knocks it out for me.
Yeah. Also, leaning on friends can help. So you have your people, you have your community, and that's important, but just make sure you're not trauma dumping either. So I think sometimes people have this perception that they can't reach out to friends because they're worried about trauma dumping. But I think that if you preface that with a, hey, I need a reality check, or hey, like, can you distract me? This is going on, or hey, do you have a moment to talk through this? If it's heavy, then like, prefacing that is a good way to still be able to lean on your friends without just being like, because they could be spiraling too, and then you're like laying it all on them. But I think that you don't want to go too far in the opposite direction where you avoid reaching out altogether because you're worried that they don't have the capacity. Just be like, hey, can we chat? And then move forward.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's a good practice to check in with your friends and say, hey, do you have the capacity to listen to this rant? Or hey, can I call you for a sec? It's about and set it up that way because then
Yeah.
you're able to gauge. Because I feel like if you are in a safe enough friendship, if your friendship feels safe, secure, all of these things, there should be no problem. You should not feel like you're hesitating to ask them these. And you should feel comfortable enough to check in with them to say, hey, like, I really need some help. Do you have the capacity for this? And at least I know with my friends, they will say yes, or even if they were like, "Hey, like, I've got a lot going on too," I respect that, and I know that,
Yeah.
you know what, it's okay, and we can support each other in those ways that we need to as well. But in addition to that, for me personally, I will pray or I'll meditate. I really feel like that helps me a ton because and I think about where I've got, things going on. If I remember when I was going through interviews and I would be incredibly nervous and
Mhm.
overthinking everything and feeling like I'm gonna stumble over every other word when they ask me a question. And I would ground myself for 5 minutes or even less than that sometimes and say a quick little prayer or do a quick little breathing exercise to get through it and be like, "You know what? You're okay." And that really
Mhm.
helps get through all of that. So, again, it's really not about shutting down those thoughts that come up when it comes to situations like that. It's really reminding myself that I don't need to chase every single one of those thoughts that lead me to that spiraling.
I think sometimes people think that meditating is about completely turning off your mind, but it's so much about observing your thoughts and watching them and letting them flow by, right? And so I love that idea of like, oh, I'm not chasing that thought. I'm just gonna let it flow by. Another thing for me in the past has been unfollowing people who trigger those comparison spirals. I will say that there was at one point in time where like my entire feed was travel content. And I love travel, right? I mean, to this day, I love travel content. But I was not in a very good mental space at the time, and so it was turning me resentful. Like, I was very much like, "Well, why am I not traveling all the time? Why am I not doing all these brand trips? Why can't I work so hard? Why can't I afford to go to da da da," you know? And I was, like, doing this comparison spiral, and I was like, "Oh, I need to step back from the travel a little bit." And so I did. I had to unfollow a bunch of people or, like, mute people for a temporary amount of time because, I like these accounts, but I clearly wasn't in the mental space to be watching them at the time, and it was instant peace. It helped me so much, and now I can go back and look at that and, like, feel joy again and not resentful about that content.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that is a really great way to minimize, the distractions that you get when you see that content and like be able to focus in on how you're feeling and honor those
Mhm.
feelings. Because even if we can't stop that overthinking, we can change how we see it. And that's a great way to do it.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about some of those mindset shifts, to get to that peaceful place too. One of those things is remembering that you are not your thoughts. So because you think it doesn't mean it's true. Your brain likes to play these tricks on you. And also, like, if you keep telling yourself something, you could manifest something that you're not actually wanting as well. So, like, your thoughts are not necessarily the truth.
Exactly. And there's something that I've seen. It's like be careful what you're thinking about because it could come true and it could manifest. And so like you mentioned, you have to be very careful about where your mind goes. And I know that can be hard, but you have to challenge yourself to do that. Another thing is that progress is better than perfection. We literally talked about that, but one small action beats an endless spiral. And I think that's so true. Even if it's a little inch by inch a day, whatever you're doing, whatever you've set your mind on, I think progress is key in getting out of that spiral and getting out of the overthinking because you know that you're taking action to make something happen.
Yeah. And not everything needs an answer right now. I know this is something I try to remind myself of all the time is some things take time. I literally posted on Instagram today. I feel like a new era is loading because I am feeling like I'm in this weird antsy state where I'm doing things I don't really want to do right now and I'm not getting to spend time doing as much things I want to do. And like also the of all the things I want to do, I find myself shifting where I want to spend more of my time, and all these things. And I'm like, and I the planner in me wants to be like, "Okay, let's come up with a schedule, and this is what I'm gonna prioritize." But I'm like, I don't know if that's truly what I wanna prioritize yet." So I keep trying to tell myself right now, "Hey, this is gonna come clear soon. It's gonna take time. I'm gonna sit with this for a couple days, a couple weeks, however long it takes, and then clarity is gonna come. And don't freak out, and don't panic, and don't overthink it." So it it does take time.
It really does. And honestly, it's about trusting that you're going to figure it out as you go. That's the name of the game. Sometimes it's like, you know what? I don't really know what's going on, but I have a lot of faith and I have some trust that it's going to figure itself out and it'll work out in the end. So, with
Mhm.
that being said, we're going to lighten it up a little bit because that was a great conversation, but you all know the drill. We've got a game. What's the ick? So, we're going to share our icks this week. We've got some good ones for you. Jess, go ahead and kick it off.
Okay. I have to say it was so hard to pick an ick this week because literally when we were prepping for this episode, I was like, what doesn't give me the ick right now? Because everything is the ick. But I,
Just
I did,
everything.
and I think everybody knows what that means. But I did narrow it. I did narrow it to talk about one today. My ick for today is people who hate on something because it's pop culture. Okay. We all know who these people are, right? These are the people who, anytime a new album drops, a TV show is popular, a new book comes out, immediate haters, right? And they don't say it's because it's pop culture, but they always have some reason not to like it. And at some point, it's like, okay, we get it. You're so cool. You can't like the mainstream thing. It literally drives me nuts. I told this story on my TikTok, but I'll share here in case y'all didn't see it. I used to work with a girl at Hastings. Shout out. Remember when I used to work at Hastings? Um,
Hastings! That's like a fever dream.
I know. And this girl she was that. Oh my God. When the Twilight movies were coming out, it's just, all the eye rolls. 50 Shades of Grey came out. All the eye rolls. New, I don't know, Justin Timberlake album dropped or something. All the eye rolls. And I was just like, girl, we get it. You're so cool. You're so pretentious. We get it. People like that. But the problem is now they're all on the internet. And so
Ugh.
now they're in the comment sections hating on everything. And it's exhausting. I'm like, Okay, we get it. You're so cool. Congrats that you're not excited for Taylor Swift's new album. Congrats. I don't care.
No, literally. It's so annoying. There's one person that came to mind that I know of, and my friend Corey knows her too. But there's one person that comes to mind that goes out of her way. I don't care if they hear this or not. I really don't care. Goes out of her way to post on her social media, go and post on her Instagram story. Am I the only one that just doesn't care about so and so releasing a new album? Or am I just the only one that does not like this? Or I don't care about that. I'm not. Who gives a shit?
Imagine posting every day about the thing that you hate, which seems to be
That's
everything.
No, literally. I'm like, can you not post something about what interests you? We do not
Yeah.
care that you don't like this. In fact, the celebrity does not care because guess what? They've already made their money from you at some point. So it's fine.
Yeah, drives me nuts. It's just like, what? Okay, move on. It's giving pick me. It's giving pick me.
Oh, pick me to the highest degree, girl.
Okay, what's your ick?
Okay. I also talked about this on my TikTok, and we love a good beating the dead horse moment. So I'm going to talk about it again. It is people who do not respect other people's property, specifically people who park in my private driveway. Hello? In what world do you think that that is okay? Somebody's driveway, my garage, I have like a little driveway, whatever. What makes you think that it makes sense to pull up into somebody's driveway? And then I'm like, beep, beep, can you move? And then they roll their window down and they give me a dirty ass look. I said, you are lucky that I'm in my vehicle. And you're lucky I don't do violence like that. I'm not going to do it. But like, what? Why? Why? Well, I'm just dropping somebody off. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I don't care. I really don't. Okay. We have all of this space around, and the way that my driveway works, it's my driveway, there's grass, and then the very next section are all parking spaces. You couldn't park in the parking spaces that are right there. You couldn't pull up to the other side across the way and park on the little curb or whatever and do what you need to do and then leave. Put your hazards on. Couldn't do that. You used my driveway. One girl online was like, well, they might be a delivery driver and they need that space. No, they don't. Because I've
They
seen
don't pay
plenty
for
of,
it.
they don't pay for it. I don't care. I don't. And if that makes me mean, cool. I could be meaner and I'm not going to be right now. But why are we doing that? That gives me the ick. So respect other people's
Yeah,
property. If they tell you to move, move. That's it.
completely valid ick. I find that I don't even like when people park in front of my house.
That,
I don't know. There's just
that part.
and I don't pay for that street, but like, I don't get it. It's not as valid. It's not as angry. But I'm like, whose
But I
car
agree
is
with that, though.
It's
Right.
just
Why
like,
are you there? And I think the most annoying part is like when they park in front of your house, but they're like 2 houses down. Why did you
no,
park here?
what are you doing? It's weird. So if it was they parked in my driveway, absolutely not.
Like,
Nope.
but put it in that situation. They're like, well, you live in an apartment, so it comes with the territory. No, it doesn't.
It's worse. You
No,
have to pay for that parking spot. I don't have to pay
I
for
have
my
to pay
driveway.
for it. Exactly. It came with the house. I had to
No.
sign up for it. You know what I mean? I could have had an apartment, but I wanted the extras and I'm paying for the extras. It's not
Yeah.
cheap either. So
And
unless
for
you want
me,
to
it's
Venmo
the
me,
dirty look. For me, it's the like, I get if they
the
like pulled up
entitlement.
and then they're like, oh, sorry. And they're like moving. Okay, cool. You
Yeah.
acknowledged you were
Yeah.
in the wrong here.
Not
You
talking
apologize.
about
We're
you.
good.
That's so crazy. I had one. Did I ever tell you about the guy that I confronted who was in my driveway? Shouldn't have
Yeah.
ever done that. Something could have bad could have happened to me. It's fine. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I already got his license plate and all that shit. He was like, well, you're acting this way. You're acting. He was like, oh, you're ghetto. I'm like, am I ghetto? Am I? You're parking in somebody's driveway that you don't pay for. Okay. Got it. Roger that,
Absolutely.
King. Be for real. Anyway, I could go on about this because this has been happening for years. For
Mind blown.
years. So many. I could probably
You need
just
to
tell
add like a
stories just on.
freaking a cone out there just to block your spot.
No, literally. I remember driving around my complex and seeing there are some people who in their driveways, they actually put up a ring camera just so they can monitor who, because people, I mean, it's not just
Yeah.
me. It's not just me. I know this
No.
happens around the complex. So I know some people actually had signs up. There's somebody else that had their Ring camera up so they can monitor that. I'm like, whew, that's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But like, I
But
get it.
also,
So,
it would be fun to yell at someone over a Ring camera.
oh, I've done that too, but that's a story for a different day. Good times. I actually have the video footage of that too.
Ah,
I had to
post it.
save it. Ooh, I should now. It's been a couple years, but problem is they still live here, so I'll wait till they move out. Or when I move out, then I'll post it. All right. Well, that was fun as always, but let's go ahead and close it out with our last drop of tea for the day.
At the end of the day, overthinking is your brain trying to protect you, but peace is something you can choose.
You're allowed to pause, to breathe, and to release the spirals that don't serve you.
If this episode helped you, send it to a friend who also lives in their head just a little too much sometimes.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Sisterhood Tea Party.
Plus, leave us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. It helps us grow and keep making memories like this.
Until next week, protect your peace. Bye, friends.